Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, High Life with Jules. I'm Jules. Today I'm sharing 3 tips that will make your affirmations really work. So if you find that your affirmations have been stale or not working lately, stick around. I'll show you 3 tips that will help you ramp up your manifestations. Stay tuned. Okay, so today I wanted to share 3 things that I did that really made my affirmations a lot more effective. So after a while of doing daily affirmations, I had found that my affirmations started to get stale. Like every day I was repeating the same thing over and over again. And let's be honest here, after a while it gets stale. You don't want to do it, you know? So I just want to share techniques that I have been using for the last 2 years that have really changed things around for me. And the first one was recording my affirmations on my phone and creating an audio. I even put a visual to it, and that really helped me change things around a little bit. It was the same affirmations I was repeating every day, but these 3 things that I did really changed things around for me. And the first one was recording them on my phone as a voice memo, and then putting that voice, editing it into an iMovie, and just making it like something fun that I can look at when I'm bored or listen to on my drive to work and stuff like that. So that was my first thing. So I recorded all my daily affirmations into a voice memo, and I would play it to myself when I wake up, before bed, when I'm brushing my teeth, like when you're doing little mundane tasks that you find boring, you know, because it's still my voice saying those affirmations, but I'm saying it in a more enthusiastic voice. I'm saying it in a more optimistic voice, because at the time I recorded it, I was more optimistic. I was more excited. I had more excitement. The feeling was there. So again, it's still me saying it. It's my own voice, but you're not repeating it every single day. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm doing my makeup, and it still works because it's my voice saying it to myself, and I feel it when I hear myself, and when I hear the excitement in my voice that I recorded. The second thing, this tip really helped tremendously. The second thing was the recorded affirmation. I found that when you use the I am affirmation a lot, like I said, it starts to get stale. And if you find that your affirmations have stopped working, or they've become just so boring to repeat, you can switch them up, absolutely. However, what I have found was changing the I am to a third person. Juliet is, and that's my full name. I'm Jules, but I'm Juliet, you know. Juliet is. So I would say Juliet is abundant. Juliet is full of life. Juliet is an early riser. Juliet is love. Juliet finds so much peace and grace all around her every single day, you know. Sometimes when you're speaking to your subconscious, or when you're speaking to your ego, it's not quite adapting to the I am, because it's hard for you to even speak to your ego that way, especially when you first begin with affirmations, because you're looking in the mirror and you're seeing yourself, but you know that you have a voice inside that's kind of like, no, I'm in charge. It's kind of trying to tell you that they're in charge. So just like having that little separation sometimes does help calm the ego. It does help shut up the ego. It does help you believe it more, because if you find that the I am gets a little stale, or you find that it's not working, try changing it to your first name is like you are, and see how much that changes for you. So in my recorded affirmation, it's Juliet is, and it's no longer I am. And when I speak to myself in my head, like when my inner being is talking to me, it's I am. But before I could get there, I had to get my subconscious, I had to get my ego to believe, you know, the things that I was saying. So referring to myself as a third person, as Juliet is, really helped that get through the thick ego and the thick, you know, subconscious. My third tip, and this is one of the things I did to manifest my home. My third tip is, and it may seem a little obvious, but it is setting reminders on your phone throughout the day of daily affirmations. Let me tell you how this changed the game for me. When I was manifesting my home, my dream house, I had all these affirmations that were just kind of overwhelming because it was a lot. It was a long list of affirmations, a long list of things that I really wanted to believe, you know? So while while I had this long list and while I was repeating it to myself every single morning, sometimes I would forget. Sometimes I was in a rush. A lot of times I was in a rush, and I would have to like talk to myself in the car on my way. But like they say, before you fall asleep and when you first wake up is kind of like the best time to influence your mind. So I really wanted to make sure that I was getting the most important affirmations in the morning, and then even throughout the day I was still getting some affirmations in. So when you're a busy mom, and I was a full-time, working on the go back then, it's hard to find time to say, do your affirmations in the middle of the day, and it's hard to keep track of the things that you have to do, especially when it's something so new to you that you're trying to adapt, like doing daily affirmations either throughout the day or whatnot. So I came up with this idea to just set a reminder on my phone throughout the day. So it would literally be every hour on the hour, some affirmation would pop up on my phone as a reminder, and I would just feel it, say it, breathe it in, and then get back to what I was doing. And I would notice that I would feel so much better, even if it didn't last a long time. And if I was doing something that was either taking me away from, a higher vibration or whatnot, because when you're working for other people and when you're in that kind of environment, you tend to be taken away from your higher vibration a lot, and you tend to be in the lower vibrations a lot. Not everyone, but for most people it happens. But when I was doing these affirmation reminders on my phone, I would actually get pulled from like a lower vibration and then automatically skyrocketed into a higher vibration just by saying the affirmation. I would just be so happy all of a sudden. I just always made sure that some notification popped up throughout the day, and it started from like 6 or 7 a.m. all the way through 8 p.m. because I had that many affirmations. Like I said, it was a long list. When you're jamming that many affirmations to yourself in the morning, it becomes a little overwhelming. I mean, when you're saying so many new things that you're trying to believe, it becomes really overwhelming to have to do all of it at once, to have to swallow all of it at once. So I find that pacing my affirmations throughout the day made it so much easier for me to believe it, made it so much easier for me to manifest everything that I wanted. Doing it this way when I first started doing daily affirmations literally changed the game for me. It really got me into believing. It really got me into staying in a high vibration throughout the day, really got me into being in my vortex throughout the day, and it just didn't stop, like I said, until 8 p.m. at night. Every hour on the hour, I was constantly being reminded of how delicious life is and can be for me. So keeping that reminder throughout the day, honestly, is really the key to staying in a high vibration, because when you do it in the morning, do it at night, how are you getting through the rest of your day? What vibration are you in between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m.? That is so important because that's a bigger chunk of your day. Yes, the best time to manipulate your mind and to reprogram your subconscious is when you first wake up and before you go to sleep. However, if you don't find yourself in high vibration, throughout the biggest chunk of your time, then you're still in trouble. So these are my tips, and I know it'll work for you. Put it to practice and let me know how it works out for you. And if you have any tips that you use that have really helped you really ramp up your manifestations, let's hear it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and high vibrations. Mwah.
Juliet is so happy and grateful now that she has manifested a healthy lifestyle. Juliet is strong and healthy because her body gets all the nutrients it needs. Juliet is so happy and grateful that the universe has delivered her wealth and abundance. Juliet has $20,000 in her bank account that she received unexpectedly. Everything Juliet does, she prospers. Everywhere Juliet goes, she excels. Everything she touches turns to gold. Juliet is so happy and grateful for all the love in her life. Juliet is always surrounded by increasing love, positivity, joy, and grace in every way at all times. Juliet has a magnetic and contagious energy and connects with others easily and deeply. Juliet is an early riser who has more than enough time, more than enough energy, and more than enough money to get everything done at all times. Juliet is a wonderful, loving mother and an amazing wife to her family.